That's the God I know. That's the God I know. That's the God I know. He saved me, raised me, wrote my name in glory. That's the God I know. That's the God I know. God, my creator, mighty and strong. God that forgives me and keeps me from harm. He heals, delivers, sets the captives free. There's the God I know. There's the God I know. That's the God I know. That's the God I know. That's the God I know. Oh, He healed me, delivered, set the captives free. Yeah, that's the God I know. Yeah. Oh, that's the God I know. Oh, that's the God I know. 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 Oh, heal, deliver, set the captives free. Yeah, that's the God I know. No. That's the God I know. Bread for the home. That's the God I know. Water for the thirsty. That's the God I know. Friend for the friendless. That's the God I know. Mother for the motherless. That's the God I know. Bread for the hungry. That's the God I know. Water to the thirsty. That's the God I know. Friend to the friendless. That's the God I know. Mother to the motherless. That's the God I know. Bread for the hungry. That's the God I know. Water for the thirsty. That's the God I know. Friend for the friendless. That's the God I know. Mother for the motherless. That's the God I know. Bread for the hungry. That's the God I know. Water to the thirsty. That's the God I know. Friend to the friendless. That's the God I know. Mother to the motherless. Oh, that's the God I know. That's the God I know. Doctor in a sick room. That's the God I know. Lawyer in a courtroom. That's the God I know. Friend for the friendless. That's the God I know. God of Abraham. That's the God I know. 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 He healed the sick. That's the God I know. He healed, delivered, sets the captives free. That is the God I know. That's the God I know. That is the God I know.
Ten, nine, ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
You're listening to Launch with Kim
and Dr. Newt on
PRAYZ
PRAYZ.FM.
Listen to the winner. Yes, I'm sorry. Welcome to Launch. I got so excited. I wanted to tell them about that winner. Launch
There
FM.
you go. You got it.
Okay. .fm. Listen, you were just listening to the winner of the Global Live Showcase, an independent artist, Dr. Greg Harris.
Yes,
It was
yes.
his song, and I think his song is called That's the God I Serve.
That's the God I
Yeah,
serve.
PRAYZ
Yes.
FM were the sponsors of the Global Live at the Eddie Awards,
Yes.
the Stellar for Independent Artists, and we are proud to announce the winner
So proud.
for Jacksonville, Florida. Our station loves providing a platform for independent artists. So if you're an independent, yes, if you are an independent artist, please send your music to FMPRAYZ, PRAYZ, @gmail.com for an opportunity for us to put it in rotation.
Yes. Come on in.
Come on in the room, everybody. In the room.
Jump on in there. Hey, you guys, we have a special guest this week.
Special guest.
Right. I call her Dr. Angela's Dr. Angela Get Money Down. So she's going to introduce herself in a few, but we kind of want to lay out the show for this week. Just kind of let you know kind of like what we're going to do. So for the past 3 episodes, we've been focusing on pursuing your purpose.
Yeah.
I mean, we've told you things like where your purpose came from, and
how to find it.
You know, we gave you three keys that you can, you know, analyze yourself by, so you can see if you're operating your purpose. You 4 principles of purpose. We even went in and kind of broke some things down for you to take 6 steps, if you will, so that you can maximize any benefits that you get from the attacks of the enemy. Because remember, your purpose is a solution to a problem. So because it's a solution to a problem, that means that you are going to be a point of attack. Yeah, you're going to have opposition. Right? So we told you 6 things, and we'll kind of go into them just a little bit, but we want to go back and review those things for you really quickly. And then after we review those things, we have Dr. Dallas, and she's going to kind of give us a life application of how she has applied those things in her life. On her own. You know, it wasn't kind of planned or anything. And how those things are helping her to be successful the way that she is today. So we're going to ask you to get your launch pads ready.
Don't forget those launch pads. Let me show you my launch pad.
Get your launch pad ready. I got my launch pad. You get your launch pad ready. and what you're going to do is, as Dr. Dallas gets going along, you're going to try to find areas that resonate with you, the things she's saying, so that you can kind of you know, match them to yourself and be more deliberate and more strategic as you pursue your purpose.
Absolutely. Dr. Dallas is definitely, as I typed earlier today, practicing purpose.
Yes.
She has taken her smooth stones, her gifts, and she has put them to work. And she's going to share it with us a lot today. So yes, you need your launch pad so you can take notes.
So real quick today, you got your launch pad. Just to do a real quick review. The first show we talked to you about the origin of your purpose. So we gave you 3 scriptures because we did it biblically. We told you Jeremiah 1 and 5 was 4 scriptures. I'm sorry. Jeremiah 1 and 5. It was Ephesians
4 and 5.
Ephesians 1 and 5.
Matthew.
We talked about Matthew, the parable of the talents, because it let you know that your purpose, you're supposed to do something with it.
Exactly.
And then we told you about Genesis 1. Because that was the beginning when God gave us a command and said, listen, be fruitful, multiply, replenish, and subdue the earth. Right? So those were the origin. That's what we got the origin of purpose from for everyone. And then we gave you 3 keys. Oh, I'm holding up 2 fingers.
He
three
does
keys,
that all the time, but anyway. To look at your life and think about those areas of giftedness that you have. And then number 2, an area that you're always being pushed into, that you're thrusted into. That I keep bringing them over here because we're recording from a different place. I wanted to stay in the camera here. And then the third one, the area of warfare. You know, the things that you seem like it's a struggle for you to be who you are.
So just one quick thing, the areas that you're thrust into, that's not a negative thing. It's not a negative thing. It's where it's just it's like the mantle that's on your life, and people just always kind of push you in that direction, whether you're trying to or not. And then the third thing, we told you the 4 principles of purpose. The first principle is that we all have a purpose. Everything does. The second principle is that your purpose is a solution to a problem.
And that's important.
You got it. And the third principle is because it's a solution to a problem, it's a target for attack. And the 4th principle is that you don't have to be perfect. You just have to comply. You just have to be willing to move forward in your purpose. And then the 4th thing that we talked about were the 6.
Benefits. The way you can benefit from opposition. And one thing is about being prepared. Don't be startled because it's definitely coming your way. You know, and the other one is to know your opponent. Know who's coming after you. You know, other thing is to look for God in the center of the situation. Many times He may be sending them your way.
And there's always opportunity.
There's always an opportunity. Then you need to have a plan. You need to be prepared and ready. The next thing is to learn from the opposition. You got to learn something, because if you didn't learn anything, you're going right back around there again. You're going to have to face that same giant.
So life is this is not like most of the public schools we have where you got social promotion. You turn 16 and
you know about that, Dr. Angela.
This doesn't happen in life. You have to pass that test or you'll go around and around.
Exactly. And then the last one is like ignorance to silence. And the way you do that is not by harming anyone, but by standing your ground and staying on the wall. And there's something we didn't add before, but I need to make sure that you understand that, is to pray for your enemies. Pray for those who spitefully use you. You know?
For sure.
Move on, good doctor.
That keeps your character. So we also then, after we told you all those things, we got into something that's very important, that's unavoidable. If you're on this planet, we started talking about relationships. So we broke relationships up into two big buckets. The first bucket were temporary relationships. So there were two categories in that temporary relationship. We had comrades and we had constituents. So comrades, those are people who are connected to you because of a cause. So they're not necessarily connected to you because of you.
Right.
But you guys stand for the same cause.
Right.
So that's your tie together. So the issue is when that cause moves on, then that relationship probably dissipates. And with comrades, it's not about a cause, it's about a task.
I mean, a constituent. It's not about a
constituent, it's about a task. Right.
These constituents are those who agree with something that you're doing and they're working with you on it.
To accomplish that
help
task.
you to accomplish a task.
Fundraiser or whatever.
The other side were the permanent relationships, those confidants. One word, but many sections of confidants. One was the he calls it the irresponsible.
But remember, confidants are connected to you because of you.
Because of you. They know you, they love you, they have your best interests at heart. But the first one was, you call it the irresponsible, I'll call it the unresponsible comrade, when they're just really focused on you for that particular time. They just want you to be okay.
Right now. But they're not responsible to your future.
Right. Then we have the abandoner. The confidant. And that's a good one because they can only walk so far with you.
Right. So
and I know you've experienced that.
Yeah, so those are people to help you get started. They're your dream cast people. Get you motivated when you're thinking about something you want to do. But as soon as trouble comes, they usually fall off. So don't throw them away because that was their purpose to get you started. It's your responsibility to finish what you started.
Then we've got the critical confidants. Those who are kind of like on it. They follow the rules. They want you to follow them. They want you to stick to the plan. And if you step out, they let you know.
Right.
But we all
especially rule breakers like me. I needed critical confidants.
You don't break rules anymore.
I don't break them. I'm scared.
And the last one is that true confidant. And we didn't really get to talk too much about that last week, so we're going to kind of add a little bit of that today. And I know Dr. Dallas has some things that she would share when we get into these here confidants a little bit.
Right. So the true confidants are those that are tied to you because of you. They're the people that are going to tell you whether you're good, bad, whether you're right, whether you're wrong. They're not going to be so concerned about your feelings. They're going to be concerned about your total well-being. Not just today, but next. They want your character to be okay all the way around. So the true confidant, just let you know, you might get 3 to 5 of them in your lifetime. You know, those true confidants, what we want to remind you of is that there'll be times that they may drop out of your life. Like I'm thinking of one gentleman right now. We grew up together. We probably haven't seen each other physically for, well, not probably, but it's been 25 years maybe. We might talk on the phone every couple of years, and the conversation will bring each other up to speed in our lives. But what he speaks into my life and what I speak into his life is about him or him about me. Not necessarily about what I'm doing. They've been absent in that, but they speak about my character. They speak about my heart. That's the thing that never changed in you. You know that your character's your character. It's who you are. So life changed. I grew. Conditions changed. So my characteristics changed, but not my character. So they were able to speak into me and say, "Well, you know, you really don't do this, or you know, that's really not what you are or you're about." And that keeps me straight. Keeps me steady. So those true confidants are there through thick and thin. They might help you start. They might help you finish. They're there through thick and thin. So an example would be Jesus to Peter. Remember, he told Peter, "You're going to deny me 3 times." And then Peter did it, Right away, Peter felt, bad about it, But Jesus did what? He came back. When he came back off the cross, the first thing he did, he went to see Peter. He came, one of the persons, he was standing on the floor, and they said, "Hey, who's that?" "Oh, that's Jesus." Peter put all his clothes on, jumped out the boat, tried to get Jesus, but the rest of them rode to him, but nevertheless, when he got to Peter, what he was trying to show him was, listen, I told you that you were going to abandon me, right? But I know your heart.
Right.
Because I know your heart, here I am. I want to let you know that the first thing, the sun rises again. You'll get another chance. You'll be okay. You can move forward. And on this rock,
and he represented what Jesus would be to all of us, to the church, to the people who make mistakes, but can come back, and he's accepting.
Doesn't hold it against
you. That's why Peter was that rock.
Right. So we wanted to put that out there to you. I mean, Elijah and Alyssa, there's a bunch of different examples of true confidants, but we wanted you to understand that true confidant is very rare, and you have to be very close. I mean, very, very pay close attention, because the Bible tells us to love everyone, but it doesn't tell us to trust everyone. Trust is something you have to earn.
Yes.
Because there's a greatness in you, and you're responsible to protect that greatness. So you can't let everything have access to it. So those are the true confidants. That's what we wanted to get to last week. So I don't know. Do you want Dr. Dallas to kind of introduce herself before we go?
Yes. Let's let her introduce herself so that they know who this beautiful person is that they're looking at.
Thank you, Dr. Newt, Kim. Thank you guys for having me. I'm so grateful. It's such a pleasure to share my experiences with you and all of your listeners. And thank you, listeners, for tuning in. You're in for a treat with Dr. Newt and Kim. They always provide excellent information for us. So let me tell you, first, I'm a lifelong learner. I'm an entrepreneur, a mother of 2 daughters, 3 royal brands, and a wife. I'm an educator, an education consultant, an author, a health and wellness coach, and a dance fitness instructor.
Oh, she got like 5 jobs.
That's like 10 jobs.
Well, I've served in the K-12 sector as an early childhood educator, elementary, middle school, and high school. I've been a new teacher mentor, grade level chair, education specialist, a dropout prevention specialist, an administrator, testing coordinator, and the list goes on and on. In the higher ed arena, I've served as an undergrad and graduate professor, course development, served as interim program chair, lead for program review, and the list goes on and on again, serving on everything. Chair of dissertation committees. I presented at national and international conferences, published articles and books relative to the teaching and learning process. I have several degrees, of course, 2 doctorates, 2 masters, a specialist, 2 and a bachelor's, and all in education and divinity.
When you see why she's there, she was devoting her life, all her life.
Right. She's a humble person.
Such a humble. Is there more? I'm sure she's not finished. I'm sure there's more.
Well, actually, there is more of things that I'm doing as relates to publishing information and sharing information as a health and wellness coach, to make sure that we take care of our bodies and serve our purpose. In order for us to do that, we have to first take care of ourselves.
And we're probably going to jump into that a little bit deeper.
But we better take a commercial.
We got to take a break
and listen to a great song.
Yes,
it's a great song.
Thank you.
It's called Love Theory by Kurt Franklin. Hang on to all that good information, Dr. Dallas. We'll be back. And don't you guys go anywhere, and share.
Share.
All right.
Brothers and sisters, I want to welcome you back to life. Back to the one that can make your next chapter your best chapter. Hallelujah.
How can it be that you love the most unlovable part of me? How could you see your life was the only gift I'll ever need to be free? It's amazing with you. I win even if I lose. Everything's working for my good for always. He says the day he will come through.
I appreciate it.
A mystery.
It's amazing how
Your patience with me, God will never leave.
you don't give up on me.
Don't ever leave.
Help me
Help me to see like you. No matter what I go through,
Hey.
everything's working for my good for a way.
Let me tell you what he does.
He saves the day.
And he
He
will.
will come through.
Hallelujah.
He won't now, that's not what superheroes do.
Not real superheroes.
No greater love
A love like this.
makes my heart beat.
And I promise you,
All I wanna do is make you proud of me.
that's why.
I don't wanna love nobody but you. I don't wanna love nobody but you.
Yes.
I don't wanna love nobody but you.
I searched all over.
I don't wanna love nobody but you.
You.
I don't wanna love nobody but you.
That's right.
I don't wanna love nobody but you.
Yes. And the church sang, come on.
Loving you will be,
Jesus loving you.
will be the death of me.
It sounds crazy, don't it? Hey,
That's how it's supposed to be.
let me tell you what it means.
More you less of me.
That's why.
I don't wanna love nobody but you. I don't wanna love nobody but you.
Father.
I don't wanna love nobody but you.
I really mean it this time.
I don't wanna love nobody but you.
Jesus.
I don't wanna love nobody but you. I don't wanna love nobody but you.
Let me tell you what it does.
He saves the day.
Come on.
He will come through.
He will let you down, but
He won't now, that's not what superheroes do.
see, I will never find
No greater love
a love like this.
makes my heart beat.
Forever and the day.
All I wanna do is make you proud of
Let me
me.
say it again.
He saves the day. He will come through.
It feels so good.
He won't now, that's not what superheroes. No greater love
Hallelujah.
makes my heart beat.
For the rest of my life.
All I wanna do is make you proud of me.
Everybody sing.
I don't wanna love nobody but you. I don't wanna love nobody but you. I don't wanna love nobody but you.
You're the savior.
I don't wanna love nobody but you. I don't wanna love nobody but you. I don't wanna love nobody but you.
You're listening to Launch with Kim
And Dr. Newt on
PRAYZ
PRAYZ.FM.
Welcome back.
to Launch.
Yes, we are on our second segment, and we
Yeah.
have a wonderful, beautiful guest, and I know you can see her.
Well, who are you?
Oh.
What Dr. Newt? This is Launch. What you know you are.
I want you to know where you are. Guests come. I'm a little excited. You know, Dr. Dallas.
Yeah.
I'm a fan.
I'm a big fan, too.
Big fan of Dr. Dallas.
And I'm so grateful that she sat patiently as we reviewed the last
Yeah.
2 weeks in
So awesome.
the first segment, you know. So thank you for that. So Dr. Dallas, you guys have your launch pads, right? You have your launch pads.
So you got your
Get
launch
your launch pads ready, because as Dr. Dallas goes through this whole life application of what we've been teaching, find similarities. But before she does, I have in my hand, because I know she's going to talk about it. I have in my hand, it's all wrapped up, right? This is one of her products from one of her businesses. It's called D3. And she sends it like wrapped up individually like this in this wonderful plastic bag that we recycle, right? And when you take it out, this is the actual drink. I don't know if you can see that up close. There you go.
You got a little shot.
Yeah, she's got little shots too. Now, I go to the gym every day, just about 5 days a week. This is my pre-workout. I used to take the workout. I used to take the workout with all the chemicals. I can use this with the same effect, and it's natural. It's all natural. It doesn't hurt me. You know, I don't have any after effects, dizzy and all that stuff.
Right.
But I am kind of running around real fast.
Must be that cayenne pepper.
I wanted to throw that out there and let you know that she has those kind of things, you know. So, Dr. Dallas, I hope I didn't steal any of your thunder. And like I told you guys, I told her Dr. Angela, get money now. Because we started working together, I guess it's been about 5 years now.
Yes.
We worked together at the university, And from the time I met her, all I saw was opportunity. She's been optimistic. We have many challenges ahead of us, and you know, just her optimistic and let's get this done.
I don't even think she sleeps.
You know, she just was such an asset to all that we've done. You know, and to me personally. So thank you. So can you share some information about yourself and about your business? I know you introduced, you know, your resume.
Yes.
What about you and your businesses?
Thank you, Dr. Newt and Kim, for your support. Thank you. I'm grateful for you guys. We're an inspiration to each other. I can tell you about me. First, let me explain why I have all of the degrees and certifications, because education was really important in my family. My dad was the breadwinner. He took care of us, but he did not complete school. And this is how I know that teaching and learning and education is my purpose in life. And it's to solve the problem of literacy, because I taught my dad to read. Even before I became an educator, formerly an educator. So I should have known that that was my purpose in life. And I'm grateful for that, and doing so and making a difference.
So I had to act like that was the first time I heard that. I just wanted to brag.
Yeah, so that's why I have all of those. And based on what you do and what side of the tracks you come from, people want to know, well, what kind of education do you have to support what you are telling me or what you're trying to do? So when you can work to earn the highest degrees possible, then that leaves less chances of opposition for people to doubt what you're saying.
So you mean you're telling me that just having your gift is not enough?
Sometimes it is not enough, because people are skeptical, and they believe it may be the mindset of individuals. It may be the way they were reared, that if you don't have any credentials, then you might not know what you're talking about.
Okay.
So there are some people, they will, like there are several people who trust me, who said, well, Angela, I trust you, without even knowing that I have credentials, because I don't tell people that. They learn that after the fact, after they get to know me as an individual, so that they will not judge and expect, oh, she has doctorate degrees, I need to present myself in a different way or anything like that. So know me as the person who's going to motivate you and encourage you to do what it is that you are supposed to do, and then get to know me, and then later find out about all of the degrees. So I just wanted to put that out there so that people will know that that's why I have all the degrees, and my family pushed me and my siblings to the education is the way for you to really make a difference in the lives of other people and ourselves. We start at home of doing what's right and what we need to do to progress, and then we teach other people to do the same.
Very good.
So your education was really not as much about you as it was about helping others? Is that what I'm hearing you say?
Yes, because once I started earning the degrees, it was like almost like, well, you got to keep going, you got to keep working, you got to keep educating yourself so that you can share more and more different strategies and techniques as time changes, and different strategies work for different situations as relates to the teaching and learning process.
Cool. So I pointed that out because remember we talked about the kingdom thinking.
Yes.
And that's an example of
That's
kingdom
definitely
thinking.
an example.
Right?
Yes.
So talk a little bit about D3, because it happens to be my favorite. And can you just tell us a little bit about you already mentioned that you love to help people, which lets me know that's big time in your purpose. And so the D3 energy drink definitely helps people. Can you tell us a little bit about where you got your idea and how all of that came about?
Yes, gladly. I've always been an advocate for exercising and working out. As a matter of fact, it has been a running joke in my family. Years and years ago, I used to work out to video cassette video tapes, And my uncle would say, this girl is always running behind those people, knowing that she's not going to ever catch them. And that would be a running, that was a running joke, because I've always loved exercising and things of that nature. However, on the other side of that, I love to bake, and I'm a baker. So, so I baked pies and cakes and made my own recipes for cookies. And exercise and sweets don't go together. So let me put a pin right there to say, people, sweets are not your friends. So
Don't say that.
I tell you that even though you exercise, you stay away from the sweets. And explaining the different types of sugar is another episode.
Can it be a little bit, my friend?
Don't. Go ahead, Dr. Dallas. Don't listen to him.
At any rate,
The band is comfortable.
at any rate, as you can see on the picture behind me is a before and after. Within a year, even though I exercised, I was still baking and still frying my chicken. That's the other thing. My family has named me 31 flavors. They named me 31 flavors because I made all kinds of styles of chicken. And even though I exercised and I was going through some things after we lost our mom, and this is what I looked like in the gray. It was 2018, but in 2019, that picture was taken in the gray. As a matter of fact, it was New Year's Eve at church for watch night, and then December 6th of 2019 is the new picture. And that's a combination of exercising, eating right, and drinking my D3. I started drinking it consistently and saw that it was working for me. So I thought, hey, there are a lot of people who can benefit from this drink, and it's all natural. It is no preservatives, no caffeine, no chemicals, no harsh chemicals. Everything is that are grown specifically for our health, for anything that we encounter. Not only will it give you energy, it will remove any kind of mucus from your body. It removes that harmful fat from around your organs. Yes.
And I know the turmeric in there too, because I feel it.
Yeah.
My elbows and knees.
Yes. If you have any inflammation, it will get rid of inflammation. As a matter of fact, there are some other people who have shared with me that drink it specifically for that purpose until they work their way to getting back to exercising. So it has a lot of health properties, and it's an antioxidant. It has it'll keep your blood sugar level. It'll keep, it'll make sure that you have the energy that you need to exercise, and you don't have to worry about having any caffeine in your body or those harsh chemicals.
So let me ask you a question. So I'm hearing you circle back around to purpose.
Yeah.
Yes.
Purpose.
Yes.
And your gifts and what kind of what drove you in life. So as you were creating D3, was that on your mind, or what was on your mind?
Well, serving people and helping others has always been the forefront of what I do and everything I do. Even before I went into education, I ran from it because I didn't think that that's what I was supposed to do. Because at that point, I was focused on teachers don't make enough money. That can't be what I'm supposed to do. But believe it or not, my 10th grade English advanced English teacher, Ms. Willie K. Charlie, Lord rest her soul, a beautiful woman. She said to me, Angela, you are a teacher. That's what you are going to do. And I was like, no, ma'am, that's not the thing. But needless to say, she supported me through college, through earning my degrees, and And after I told her that no, a turning life wasn't for me, education is it. She just hugged me, almost picked me up, and we were about the same size.
I'm gonna kind of cut you right there because we got to take a break.
We're gonna take a little break right here because we got to get done on time tonight. But we might have to bring you back another time. We're gonna listen to another song, and this song is from, I think it's Travis Green, "Without Your Love."
Yes.
That's not the right song.
Not the right song. Look here, I got it wrong.
Okay.
Song of Intercession by William.
Somebody. McDowell, that's who it is.
Tonight, who will begin to lift up your voice. Some of you may even want to run to the altar and begin to lift up your voice, not on behalf of yourself, but on behalf of the nations. Is there anyone that would join me in praying for the nations of the earth? That the government will be upon his shoulders, that the Lord of glory would intervene into the affairs of man. Where are the intercessors? Where are those who will cry out? Where are those who will believe God? Who will say, oh God, hear your people. Oh God, hear the cries of your people as we lift up our voices tonight, as we lift up our voices tonight. If we've ever needed you, right now is the time. Right now is the time. Change the nations, Lord. Change the nations, Lord. Change the nations, Lord.
You're listening to Launch with Kim
and Dr. Newt on PRAYz FM.
Welcome back, everyone, to Launch with and Dr. Newt. We want to give some quick shout outs to you guys who are watching us today.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I see Julie Dobbs, McIntyre up
Tracy Baxter.
We got Lisa Anderson. Did I say it right that time?
I think so.
I said it right, okay. We got Stacey Kelly. Thank you for joining. How about Felicia Nelson? Yeah.
Marguerite Perret. Hi, Mark. How are you? Sorry, I got excited.
I saw Akai Yule.
My daughter.
Although my wife's probably have to switch pages. I'm doing it from my home phone right now. Thank you guys for logging in. We appreciate that. A lot of you are asking, how can you order D3?
Yes.
Are you looking at that before? Can you slide them so they can see that before and after? Can you see that before and after for Dr. Dallas? Yes. 1 year, 364 days, or whatever. Not even a whole year, right? And I actually I knew her in that time, so I saw that change happen. She's going to tell you how you can order D3 right now, and we'll tell you a little bit later again, and then we'll go on with the interview.
And how you can also contact her. Go ahead, Dr. Dallas.
Yes, you can order online at Shopify D3-E as an egg, SR-consultants.myshopify.com. And right now, for the next few days in the month of February, we have a special that when you order the 12-pack for $34, you can get the 6-pack for 66% off, which means that you are getting 18 16-ounce bottles of D3 for only $40. Mm-hmm. So you can
got mine. It just came together.
He's so excited.
Dr. Newt's excited. You can reach me on Facebook at D3 Health and Fitness, Instagram D3 Health Fitness. You can email me at SEAYREAD1
D3 Health and Fitness, the word and?
The sign, emphasize. Okay. Yeah, for Facebook. Yes, for Facebook is the emphasize. Okay. And for Instagram, it's just one word, one D3 Health Fitness.
Okay.
For Instagram. Or you can just look for my name on Facebook, Angela Dallas.
There you go. So if you partner with her on Facebook, for those of you who are watching, if you just log right into your Facebook and go to Angela Dallas, just like, the wonderful football team Dallas, you will find her. And all of the information that you need will be right on that page. Hello to everyone who just joined us. If you see this beautiful face right here, this is Dr. Angela Dallas, who is sharing information about her energy drink called D3 that I use every day unless Newt sneaks and hides the ones left over so that he can have them for himself. But anyway, she just been sharing where you can find her energy drink, and we'll talk about it a little bit more. We want to ask some more questions.
We'll try to get it up in the chat as well. So Dr. Dallas, she was explaining to us kind of like her gifts as a young person. Mm-hmm. She taught her dad to read. She knew education was always going to be important. She was going to operate in that arena. She's always wanted to help others, which kind of tied into the first session that we did when we talked about gifts, areas in which you invested, so you can understand your purpose to operate in that purpose. So she's been running in that direction. Yeah. This is just one of her businesses, actually.
One of her stones.
So she want to kind of push her a little further and jump in her business a little bit. All right. So did you ever have any formal or informal business partners?
Well,
you don't have to say who they are. You don't have to say who they are, but just, you know what I mean?
No, informal business partners, and business partners as in my people who are really close to me and being supportive.
Okay.
Yes.
So the people who are supportive of you, more family or friends, or
a combination of all. And I say that I didn't need business partners, and I want to say this to people who are thinking about entrepreneurship or wanting to do anything. Start small and think big.
Come
And that's
on.
exactly what I did. So you don't have to worry about trying to get a loan and then trying to worry about how you're going to pay it back, or not being able to get a loan, or that's added stress that you do not have to endure, because the word said that your gifts and talents will make room for you.
Yes, they will.
So
Yes, they will.
you have to sacrifice and just start small and think big.
Yeah.
So hold on, you said sacrifice. Did you say sacrifice?
Yes.
Wow. Okay. So the word also talks about despise not small beginnings.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
It talks about seeds,
Yes.
time,
Yes.
and harvest.
Yeah.
It doesn't say seed, time, and then harvest. Doesn't it? So there's some seed,
Then there's some
time,
time, and then
harvest.
Exactly.
So Dr. Dallas is putting all these principles in play. This is why we're having in the interview her, because we knew she was going to put these life applications in place. So with those relationships that you had in your life, as you were, moving in your purpose and entrepreneurship or whatever it was, launching things in your life, how did you tell, or how could you tell who to keep close or not so close, or who to spend time with, not time? I mean, was there any things
that you consider? Because we've been talking about confidants and we've been talking about relationships. So if you have, if you experienced those who you knew would definitely just be comrades, people who were just going to be there for a particular task, or if it was someone who was a confidant. Can you share a little bit about that?
Yes. In my experience, I've experienced a combination of all of them. And you have to know, based on what people say when you're in their company or they're in yours, how they think. And the word says, how a man thinking, so is he. And so that he does. So if you think negative, you're going to do negative, and your results are going to be negative. So if you think positive, you're going to read positive, and you're going to share that love and light to other people. And being that's my focus, to be that positive light for others. I learned from those relationships, and some of them were not in a positive light. And before I become where I am now, I looked at those as learning experiences as well. Just as we look for learning experience and things that will work in our favor, people who do things that immediately doesn't work in your favor, later it will. An example is that when they say and do whatever it is that they do, that's a lesson for you to learn what not to do when you get in that position.
Learn from the opposition.
Yes, you learn from the opposition. And one example for that, when I was working on my first master's in administration, one of the professors said to me there was no room in the field of leadership specifically for a woman, a girl. He said, a girl like you.
He said a girl.
He said a girl. And I said to him, thank you, sir. I really appreciate it. But for the book, do know that I'm going to complete this program sooner than expected with a GPA of at least 3.8. By the grace of the Lord, I did that.
What you get, like 3.95?
I did.
Exactly. No.
So as you look back at the different types of relationships, because we want to tie this into some of our teaching, there's many different types of confidants. So is there any one type of person that you felt like might have harmed you more or might have helped you more?
Well, yes, both sides. There were some people who said to me that no one wants to hear from you because you don't have credentials. I was in my first, I think, undergraduate program. And I made all of the materials that I used to teach students. I started making teaching and learning tools before I entered into the profession. And one person said to me that it's not going to work, that people don't want to hear from me. And that was a learning experience for me to know that sometimes people just want to have control. And of
Okay.
course, there have been a lot of positive people who shared information with me and encouraged me to continue to do and to work and continue to be of service and help others. And that's what I've been doing.
Excellent, excellent.
So we're gonna take a break right now.
Mm-hmm.
We're just going to finish our last song. Then we come back. We're going to finish up, and we're going to just let you give your information one more time of where we can find you. Our last song, Just for Me, Kirk Franklin.
Yes.
Just for me. Many doors you've closed just for me. Sometimes you will say no, so I'll be tested in to purify my desires. So my blessings won't be just for me. So caught up in myself, I couldn't see. The world did not revolve around me. So storms are in your will, so I can feel what others feel. Their needs. If I could speak honestly, it don't feel good. But growing never does. It don't seem fair. All the moments I missed that were just for me, because I chose not to wait patiently. For every mistake was the same amount of grace that kept my blessing waiting just for me. But trusting your timing is not easy. Not always what I need. Somewhere I forgot you are God and I am not. I see. If I could speak honestly, it don't feel good. But growing never does. It don't seem fair for you to call this love, but it's necessary.
Me like ooh, la, la. I'm being broken like ooh, la, la. And now my heart is like ooh, la, 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 la. I'm singing ooh, la, la. And now I'm growing like ooh, la, la. Cause it was painful like ooh, la, 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 la. Background sing.
It don't feel good, but growing never does. It don't seem fair for you to call this love, but if necessary, pain is the ingredient for change. Even when life may be bittersweet,
truth is,
it don't feel good.
Let's go.
But growing never does. It don't seem fair.
Yeah, can you feel me?
For you to call this love, but
Have you ever wanted to host your own inspirational radio show? Have you been called to inspire and spread God's word? Please contact Alicia Rain for more info.
So glad that you're back.
Welcome back to launch.
As you heard, you can host your own show. So I hope you checked out the information that they provided for you. If you're interested, send an inbox message to PRAYZ.
Launch your life.
Launch your life. Yes. And www.PRAYZFM.com.
No. PRAYZ.FM.
PRAYZ.FM. He's got it. Thank you. I'm ready to get back to Dr. Angela because we have one question to ask her before we let her give her information again. If you could support young entrepreneurs, what would you tell them? What is something you would say to them?
Most important thing.
To pray about what you want to do. Ask God for guidance. Think positive. Start small. Think big. Take bold moves. Don't allow anyone to dictate to you what to do and how you should move. Move and ask God to guide your steps, order your steps, and provide for you, as He said He would in His promises, everything that you will need to fulfill your purpose in life. God will provide it for you. So don't worry about what the next person is saying, what the next person is doing, or somebody has that already. No worries. They don't have it the way you're going to present it.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Wow.
Awesome.
Wow.
That was so powerful.
Yeah, it was.
I know that helps someone because a lot of times we worry about whether or not we should try. So thank you, Alice, for that. Tell us again where we can get your product, where we can find you. Give us that information again really quickly.
You can find me on Facebook. You can just look for my name, Angela Dallas, as in the city, Dallas, Angela, ANGELA, DALLAS, or D3 Health and the & Fitness on Facebook, Instagram at D3 Health Fitness, all one phrase. You can find me online, order D3 citrus energy drinks. And remember that they have no caffeine, no chemicals, no harsh chemicals, or anything of that nature. It's all health, and it'll help your body boost your energy and everything. And you can find it at https://esr-consultants.myshopify.com.
Right.
And if that's too much for you to remember, you can just inbox me, Angela Dallas, and I will share it with you again.
I can remember that.
And if you're one of my friends and you need to inbox me, I can connect you, or we can connect you.
Yes.
Well, we're going to get tightened up here because we got to get ready to go.
To sign off.
Yes.
But you guys, hopefully you understand. Hopefully you're enjoying the life applications.
Yes.
And hopefully we'll have another one for you soon with another person.
Yes,
so
we
you
do
can
have
hear
another
how
one.
they do things differently, but the same thing. We just want you to launch your life.
Right.
We want you to reach inside yourself and grab that greatness, pull it out, and move it forward, because kingdom thinking means expansion. Kingdom means you have to get it out to expand it, because that's what we're here to do.
Exactly. So before we go, I do have one person next week. See, I've been planning them. So we have Calvin Weary.
Oh, yes.
And he is all about theater. He's my cousin.
Oh, my goodness.
Get ready. If you're interested in starting your own business or your own theater group, please be with us next week on Launch with Kim and Dr. Newt, right here on PRAYZ.FM. Yes, where we are praising 24 hours. Come on and launch with Kim and Dr. Newt. For information you want to know about what's happening on PRAYZ FM, please log on. And even on the Facebook page, all the information is there. Shows are continually playing all day, all night. And if you are interested in having your own show, don't hesitate. And if you don't remember where to go, contact Kim or Dr. Newt. We can give you all the information.
My favorite show?
You can say your favorite show.
Girl Up, Get Up.
Come on, Get Up.
Girl Up.
So excellent. I love that morning. Again, don't forget to check out D3 Energy Drink. And you guys see, I posted on my Facebook page all the time.
We love you guys.
Thank you so much. And Dr. Dallas, do you have anything else you want to say? I think we have a minute left. One more
Thank you,
thing.
guys.
Anything else?
Yes, thank you guys for having me. I hope I've said something to help you. Yes, yes. And if you need any assistance, just reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to help you.
Excellent job. You guys have a great evening. Remember, make it a great day or not, because that choice is always yours.
This is
Yeah.
Kim
I'm Dr. Newt.
and Launch.
9. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Tune in to Launch with Kim
and Dr. Newt,
Mondays at 6 p.m.
on PRAYZ.FM.